This video provides a walkthrough on how to balance an assembly line consisting of 9 tasks using the longest or largest processing time first rule. Here's the data for our problem. A small assembly line for the assembly of power steering pumps needs to be balanced. As you can see from the precedence diagram, there are 9 tasks that need to be organized into workstations. The cycle time is determined to be 1.5 minutes. The requirement for this problem is to balance the line choosing the assignable task having the longest task time first. So let's get started. First, we would normally have to calculate the cycle time, but this is provided for us in this problem. The cycle time, which represents the desired output rate of an assembly line, is 1.5 minutes. We then start from the left and look for the task with the longest processing time. We see that task B has the longest time of 0.7 minutes, so we start with that in our workstation first. Then, to create an optimized workstation, we combine as many tasks as we can in order of highest to lowest processing time to come as close as we can to the cycle time without exceeding it. So here, tasks A, C, and D can be combined with task B to create a workstation with a total time of 1.5 minutes, which is determined by simply adding up all the task times in the workstation. 0.7B plus 0.5A plus 0.2C plus 0.1D equals 1.5 minutes. Once we have the total workstation time, we can also calculate the idle time. The idle time is simply the difference between the cycle time and the workstation time, which is 0 for workstation 1, since the workstation time of 1.5 minutes exactly equals the cycle time of 1.5 minutes. So now on to the next workstation. Continuing on with the sequence of tasks, of the remaining tasks, E has the next highest processing time of 0.8 minutes. So we now look to combine any other tasks to achieve a workstation time as close to 1.5 minutes as we can. Since tasks F and G are both 0.4 minutes each, we could go with either one, but not both, since 3 tasks would exceed the cycle time. Let's go with task F, resulting in a workstation time of 1.2 minutes, made up of 0.8 E plus 0.4 F. The idle time for this workstation is the cycle time of 1.5 minutes less the workstation time of 1.2 minutes, which equals 0.3 minutes. Now on to workstation number 3. The next task with the longest processing time is H at 0.6 minutes. We then start by adding in tasks in descending order, so we would add task I and then task G, resulting in a total workstation time of 1.5 minutes, 0.6H plus 0.5I plus 0.4G. Since the workstation time equals the cycle time, the idle time for this station is 0. Now we can sum up the total time and the idle time. This combination of 3 workstations has a total processing time of 4.2 minutes and idle time of 0.3 minutes. Finally, we can determine the efficiency of the balanced line by simply taking the sum of the workstations and dividing by the number of workstations times the cycle time. Total time is 4.2 minutes divided by 3 workstations times the 1.5 minute cycle time. This reduces to 4.2 divided by 4.5, which equals 0.933 or 93.3% efficiency. That's pretty good. Note that we could have made workstation 2 include tasks E and G and then placed task F into workstation number 3, and the result would still be the same. With assembly line balancing problems, there's usually more than one solution. Combining tasks into workstations with the lowest idle time possible is crucial to developing efficient assembly lines. There are many different approaches to take to organize tasks, one of which is the longest processing time first rule. There are also different possible combinations of tasks into workstations, which makes assembly line balancing a bit of an art as well as a science.